A woman who had the misfortune of sitting behind Representative Lauren Boebert at the theater in Denver on Sunday during the Beetlejuice show has come forward to the Denver Post to describe the lawmaker's behavior that got her kicked out. So now she was asked to leave the touring production of Beetlejuice following some complaints from other attendees concerning some disruptive behavior. Lauren Boebert being disruptive? No, could never happen. So this behavior allegedly included being loud, obnoxious, filming parts of the show, along with some vaping. Now, Boebert had denied vaping, specifically, but according to this woman, Boebert was lying. Shocker. This is my shocked face. Boebert being a liar? Now, she's provided evidence to the Denver Post that she was indeed vaping. Here's what she told the outlet. Quote, "These people in front of us were outrageous. I've never seen anyone act like that before." Now, her alleged behavior was Boebert was singing along very loudly with her hands in the air, taking multiple long videos during the first half performance, along with, again, some pretty open PDA with her date. So, yeah. Great. Now, already, you know, this person probably is not a political person. She didn't even recognize Lauren Boebert. Look, anybody who is familiar with Lauren Boebert would kind of expect this kind of behavior from her based on what we've seen of her already, some of her antics, like, for example, trying to bring a gun into Congress through the metal detectors, and just being generally obnoxious. So the woman didn't realize who she was talking to, who she was sitting behind, and so, again, didn't know who she was dealing with, essentially. So she told the Post, look, I just asked her to stop vaping. That's it. Lauren Boebert's response was, no. No, not going to happen. Now, the woman then told her, look, I'd appreciate if you didn't vape around me. I'm with child. I am pregnant. Please don't do that. Boebert still refused, didn't care. Wait a minute. This is supposed to be the pro-life congresswoman. I care so much about the babies. I'm so very pro-life. Interesting. Now you might think, okay, but she's vaping, right? What's the big deal about that, right? Well, according to studies, vaping around people who are pregnant, not good for the baby, okay? There's this secondhand vape smoke, which might, smell nice, but depending on what, I guess, flavor it is or whatever, but not good to breathe. In fact, a study in the journal Nicotine and Tobacco Research found that e-cigarettes emit significant amounts of nicotine into the air, along with ultrafine particles and certain toxins, including several cancer-causing agents. Again, not a good thing, right? Okay, especially not a good thing if you are carrying a baby. Animal and Human Studies notes that fetal nicotine exposure can have adverse effects, including preterm delivery, low birth rate, weight, stillbirth, impaired lung and brain development, and even SIDS. Oof, sudden infant death syndrome. So not good, not good at all. So you would think that pro-life Lauren Boebert would be like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize this. Fine, okay, I'll take it outside. I'll wait till after the show is over, then I'll have my e-cig. But no, not gonna happen. Nope. In fact, once again,
can't let that happen.
No, we're not gonna do that. Not gonna do it. So even more messed up is the fact that her date allegedly offered to buy this pregnant woman a cocktail. A cocktail for a pregnant woman. Stupid.
You idiot.
So with all of this going on and the attempts to resolve it between her and Boebert unsuccessful, the woman ended up making a complaint during intermission, and again, even asked if she could switch seats with someone else. Not to have Boebert kicked out, just please, just move me away from this insane person, okay? This, person who's apparently incredibly rude. The usher responded with, quote, "You're not the first complaint we've had." The most unsurprising sentence I've ever heard in this context. So when she returned to her seat with her husband, Boebert had apparently turned back to her and called her a, quote, "sad and miserable person." Wow. And then, like the mature adult that she is, Boebert continued to behave in the same way in the second act, prompting her removal. So there it is. Look at my last video about this. I talked about Boebert's entitlement mentality, and that appears to be even more on display here. Again, incredibly on brand. Lauren Boebert acts like an entitled brat. And that's because that's who she is, and who she's always been, and who she will always be. Unless, I guess, she tries to actively change who she is. But we can see that that's definitely not going to be the case.